What's Good Miami Beach is sponsored by noted plastic surgeon Dr. Baruch Jacobs and the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center. Dr. Jacobs has been referred to by the New York Times as a plastic surgeon who keeps Miami Beach beautiful. Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery has a state-of-the-art operating room and offers medical aesthetic services and VIP hotel and surgical packages. We invite you to contact us to enjoy a consultation and experience What's Good Miami Beach at the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center.
Hey, what's good Miami Beach? I'm Jerry Libbin, President and CEO of the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. And I'm proud to bring this show to you, an idea that our board had, our chairperson Robin Jacobs, about presenting good news. You know, every day there are stories in newspapers and television and online. Unfortunately, a lot of the news we see is not the type that is going to inspire good news. This show is dedicated to bringing you, tourists and residents, information that is about good news, good things that are happening in and around Miami Beach. Today, I'm really pleased to be joined by David Rosen of Photo Innovations. He's born in North Miami Beach and grew up on Hollywood and Plantation. He decided to leave college to study photography at the Rochester Institute of Technology. He ran his own business in North Carolina for the last 33 years, specializing in wall portrait art and branding portraits, which we'll learn a little bit more about as we talk to him. He's excited to come back home to Miami, and we were very pleased that he contacted us at the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce a couple months ago when he first moved to the community and has become involved with the Chamber. So David, thank you so much for being with us on this show. And
thank you for having me.
You are a good news story. Welcome back. We always love to welcome people back to our community.
It's great to be back here in Miami Beach, where I, was born, and one of the first organizations I reached out to, as you know, was Miami Beach Chamber. Meeting you and Danny, and you all just took me in with open arms and came in on the initial meeting, and that was just heartful.
Well,
so
tell
thank
me,
you.
But 33 years in North Carolina. So what were you doing up there, and also talk a little bit about your family, if you don't mind.
Sure. So 33 years, I had my own business doing photography, and I had all different types of genres of photography, from children, weddings, high school seniors, running my own business, and specializing in working with a lot of different charities and nonprofits with the sole goal of raising money for charities that meant something to me and made an impact on my community. Families and children is really what I specialize in presently, and I'm excited to bring that back here to South Florida and make an impact on organizations here in the Miami Beach community that can truly impact families.
So the name Photo Innovations,
where does that come from?
Yeah, where it come from? Talk about it. How, and what exactly is it?
So Photo Innovations came about 34 years ago. I was coming up with a name, and I thought, I didn't want to be like, I could say my company is David Rosen Photography, but I knew that I wanted to be that I'm innovative and I'm creative. So innovative innovations. I thought, this kind of rhymes with the mindset and the goal of what I'm trying to achieve in my business. And it continues today as Photo Innovations, and just excited because every day is another opportunity and things like that.
So, someone just asked me yesterday, as a matter of fact, I was talking about you, and they said, well, is it a portrait? Is there painting? Is it a photo? And I said, I think it's kind of like a mix. It's not just taking a picture. So explore a little bit deeper with us what Photo Innovations does and how it's different from just, I took a picture.
Okay. Photo Innovations is exactly what you and I are doing right here, right now. We are building a relationship. I'm getting to know you. You're getting to know me. You bring about, when you meet someone, you have to know that person, you have to like that person, and it takes time to trust that person. So I'm about building relationships with my clientele. I don't take pictures. I create wall portrait art. I create legacy images. If their family portraits are going to hang on your home office, at your business, or on your yacht, we do that. The other part of our business is branding portraits. So instead of when someone does a headshot of someone, we want our images, and there's some examples that you'll see later, to show what that person does in relationship to their trade or occupation, so that the image tells a story instead of just a neutral background.
So that would be something that someone might use, I'm guessing, like with their LinkedIn photo, or no?
It's a great question. They use it on LinkedIn, they can use it on marketing, branding. We are in a world that we are overloaded with visual stimuli, right? And people have wonderful websites. And Jerry, you could have a beautiful website with all these accolades, but when someone goes to a website today, you have 3 to 4 seconds to make an impact on that person. So no matter how many different great things are in there, if you don't capture their interest visually or with graphics, they're gone, and they're going to go off to the next item. So it's important that the image makes an impact and makes a statement representing their brand and their business.
And you mentioned wall art. So talk a little bit about that and what sets that apart from, you know, the business LinkedIn type thing.
So the wall portrait art is, and I asked you this question when we met. I introduced myself to people all the time. I always ask the question, and they stumble. I said, "What's the most important thing in your life?" And they'll say, "Oh, my kids, my dog, my family." And I'm like, "Oh, your family." So then I bring up the idea that wouldn't it make sense to have a beautiful portrait of your family hanging on the walls of your home, so that when you have a good day or a bad day, that these portraits resonate, have meaning to you and to your family, and more importantly, to your children. So as your children get older, when they come in from school, they look up, their friends look up on the walls, and this happens with my son Jacob. We had these beautiful portraits I did of him, and his friends will look at him and look at you, son. Look at those pictures your dad did. And he's proud, but it just gives a sense of what life is really all about. Why do we work so hard? It's about our family. At the end of the day, we have our businesses, we are so busy in our community and things like that, but family, I have found, is the root of what my why is and what many other people's why is. It makes an impact on their lives and leaving a legacy, not just having an image on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, but something that physically is hanging on the walls so that every day you're reminded of the importance of family.
That's beautiful. And who would be the ideal client? Who are you looking to meet?
The ideal client, so as I mentioned earlier, I mentioned this to you before, we love to partner with a lot of different nonprofits. For example, within the first 2 weeks of moving to Miami Beach, I got up with the Boys and Girls Club, wonderful organization, and we did a fundraiser for them. Within a 45-minute silent auction, we raised around $700 in certificates. And the beauty of it is that all the money that Photo Innovations raises for these different organizations, they get 100% of the monies. We've been blessed in North Carolina with working with many different organizations, charities, civic organizations, with the sole idea of raising money for those organizations. We call it donate and receive. Many times at a silent auction, people are bidding back and forth on an item. You know as well as I do, and we have our wonderful event coming up in September, only one person is going to receive that item. 30 seconds left, people are bidding back and forth. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it?
But there's a lot of exposure for the contributor because the people that didn't get it say, "Oh, I want one of those."
Yeah, but more importantly, I want to come back and say, you know what? For the Miami Beach Chamber, we raised 12 certificates. We raised $1,200 for you all. That's what this is about. It's about giving back to the community and knowing, and the donors know that Photo Innovations is really giving back all the money that we make. So that's really, to me, feels great. And in turn, the donors get to have a wonderful experience working with me.
So I want to share with everybody who may be viewing this now, you know, the generous donation that you're making to the Chamber, because as you referenced, our gala is coming up September 18th. And what you have agreed to do is to actually do a wall portrait,
yes,
a family portrait of one of our chamber members. I'm looking to name that person, soon.
Yes.
And that portrait will be shown at the gala, so people can look at the individual who will be there and say, "Wow, what an incredible job David did." And then once they see how incredible your work is, you've agreed to actually offer a donation so people could bid on that to actually have one done for themselves. And as you say, 100% of the proceeds then will go to the Chamber, which is a beautiful thing.
Exactly. And the other part that's really means a lot is the experience that those people will go through. We call it our journey. And yes, they're going to see this beautiful portrait, but then they too will be able to say, "Let me tell you what it was like working with David in Photo Innovations. And yes, he does beautiful work, but let me tell you the steps and what made him different and how hands-on I am with my clients." Because at the end of the day, it's about building relationships, as I mentioned earlier, building trust, and creating an experience that is second to none.
Speaking of charities, I know we've had a chat about helping the survivors
Yes.
of the Surfside calamity, and inspired by your conversation with me, we've decided as a chamber to move forward and create an opportunity for businesses like you or any other business. It could be a restaurant, it could be a barber, that really doesn't matter. Any business that would like to contribute in some way financially to the survivors, we are going to promote them. All they'll need to do, as you've suggested, is tell the chamber what your offer is, whatever it is you're going to be doing, and what percentage you're going to be donating, and we're going to direct those funds to the global. Oh my gosh! Now I just messed up. Global Empowerment Mission. We're going to retake that, please. Cut.
Hold on.
It's all good, my friend.
Okay, go ahead.
And we're going to donate all of those funds and ask people to donate to the Global Empowerment Mission, which Michael Capone started. And we're very, very proud the fact that Michael Capone is actually one of our honorees at the gala this year. So it's the timing is wonderful, although it's a very sad situation.
It is.
So we'll be marketing and promoting, your business and others, and we hope that a lot of people will still want to help. Notwithstanding the fact that there's been lots and lots of attention and lots of different organizations raising money, there's never enough. These people are starting from zero, the survivors, and besides dealing with the grief, they have to go find apartments, and there's just no end to the need.
Well, I feel strongly that if each of our chamber members did his or her own thing, whether it's a product or a service, and really felt from their heart that they want to give back, because let's face it, right now it's in the news, but is it going to be in the news in 2 or 3 months? It probably won't, but here's a situation. There's a family member, a business person, a brother, sister, grandmother, so forth, that's going to be dealing with this pain for months and years to come. It is our duty, it really is, because if that had been one of my family members, I want to do whatever I can to support them, because the grief that these people have and will continue to have is going to be there for years. So whatever I can do and whatever other Miami Beach Chamber members can do, I think we should do the right thing.
So before we close, tell me a little bit, what else should we know about Photo Innovations, about you? How can people reach you? Is there a website, a phone number?
So our website is www.photoinnovations.com. Our telephone number is area code 336-577-0547. I also
Go ahead and give that to us again.
www.photoinnovations, that's PHOTOINNOVATIONS.com. Phone 336-577-0547. We are about creating beautiful family and wall portrait art of family and children, and also creating branding portraits for your business. Who is a client of mine? Anybody that has their business. A family member, I generally market a lot more to women, between 25 and 50, because those are the people, women get what I do. It's an emotional attachment to their family and children. And I'm passionate about creating something that is unique, experience, as I mentioned before, that is second to none, and truly becoming someone's lifetime portrait photographer.
David, fantastic. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for
really
doing
looking
this.
forward to the gala. It's going to be a wonderful experience for all, and really looking forward to seeing your work. I want to remind all of you who may be watching to tune into our show every Friday at noon. We're broadcasted live from Miami Beach Chamber's Facebook page. And make sure to tag us and share your What's Good Miami Beach moments on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, what's good, Miami Beach?
What's Good Miami Beach is sponsored by noted plastic surgeon Dr. Baruch Jacobs and the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center. Dr. Jacobs has been referred to by the New York Times as a plastic surgeon who keeps Miami Beach beautiful. Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery has a state-of-the-art operating room and offers medical aesthetic services and VIP hotel and surgical packages. We invite you to contact us to enjoy a consultation and experience What's Good Miami Beach at the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center.